And sometimes you need to take a step back, because I was so sure that I had my routine and I knew my products, that it made me blind to what was actually happening, and I couldn't really identify the root cause of the issue, which was essentially a lack of moisture. Hey my loves, thank you for watching again. This is a video about my extreme hair dryness, but before I jump into that, please subscribe and like this video so that I know you are watching and I'm not talking to myself, and I'll keep on making more. This style is, I keep on calling them pillow curls, but actually they're cocoon curls, so my bad. I would like to say that my hair feels as good as it looks, but this is what I'm going to talk about today. I must say I've really been struggling recently with dryness, like extremely dry hair. I clarified my hair was still dry. I used a protein treatment, my hair was still dry. I've used deep conditioner, my hair was still dry. I've tried a steamer, my hair was still dry. I've been spritzing my hair daily, my hair is still dry. If this is happening to you and you're wondering why your hair is not moisturized, despite the fact that you're consistently doing all of the things that you've been told you should do to moisturize your hair, perhaps you are going to find this useful, because I just had an epiphany like yesterday. I had noticed for some time that I was experiencing lots of split ends, and I had trimmed my hair. I've trimmed my hair twice in about 3 months, and then when I'm looking at my hair, I'm still finding like new split ends, and I haven't been having my hair out excessively, and I haven't been using heat on my hair, so it just doesn't make sense. Within one strand of hair, like, so this is like the root and this is the tip, in the middle of the strand, the hair would like have a hole in the middle of it, or my hair would be split halfway up the strand, and it's mainly around the front of my hair rather than the back. But yeah, they're pretty much all over. Not a lot, but enough to bother me. And that's why I thought I needed to do a protein treatment, because when I did some research, part of the reason sometimes you can get those mid-shaft splits is because your hair cuticles are too raised, and you have gaps in your cuticle, and that's leading it to like literally split right open and expose the middle part of your hair, and then obviously experience breakage. And I'm trying to grow my hair. I did a really good deep conditioner last week, and if you watch my last video, I said that I was going to follow up to share with you the mix that I used, and it was really lovely. And when I took my hair, when I rinsed out the conditioner after steaming it, my hair felt so good, so good. But pretty much the next day or the day after, my hair was really dry again, and it just wasn't making sense to me. So I started looking into like reasons for like extremely dry hair. And the thing that kept on coming up that I haven't already kind of considered in any great detail was my hair's porosity. And it might sound really obvious, but I'd kind of overlooked it because I'd put it down to my regimen, or there was something that I was doing to kind of which was leading to my hair being so dry. But I know now that it is definitely due to my hair's porosity. I watched a couple of videos. One was by an amazing YouTuber called Green Beauty, and 2 other YouTubers that did some really comprehensive videos about hair porosity. And what I've realized is that my hair's porosity is the reason why I'm experiencing this extreme dryness, where what happens is I spritz my hair and it feels really good, really soft, it absorbs all of the moisture straight away. But then by the time I go back, and it could have even been as soon as by the time I'm taking out the twists, once it's dry, so the next day, it's just like all the moisture has gone, and my hair feels really, the best way to describe it is coarse. And like I can feel like there's still oil on it, there's still product, but for whatever reason, the oil is left, but all of the moisture is gone. So despite the fact that I put the moisture on first and I sealed it, the moisture seems to have evaporated out and the oil's still there. So I end up with dry, oily hair, which makes no sense. So essentially I've realized that I have high porosity hair. And what that means is my hair is highly susceptible and highly amenable to absorbing lots of water, and then it evaporates straight away. If you have low porosity hair, you experience the opposite, where your hair finds it very difficult to absorb the moisture, but it holds on to it a lot. So you have the opposite problem, where you need to make sure that you don't have too much moisture going into your hair because it's overly absorbent. Once I realised that I was high porosity, it started making me think about all of the things that I have been doing and all of the indicators that I missed. So for example, when I'm on holiday, obviously humidity affects everyone, but my hair feels really, really good when I'm in a tropical climate. But as a result, it can't hold a style because it's soaking up all of the moisture out of the atmosphere and just holding on to it. The split hair is a result of my hair being extremely dry. The cuticles on my hair have remained open. Like you can literally see the cuticles have opened. And so these are the cuticles around like the inner bit of my hair strand, and they're open. And then because they're not closed, all of the moisture is going in through the gaps and straight back out again. And then it creates a weakness right here in my hair, and then it breaks. One of the ways you can tell is if you were to feel a strand of your hair and literally run your finger up and down one strand, it doesn't feel smooth. Like I can feel loads of bumps and grooves as I do it. That is where my cuticle is raised. And if I look at my hair strand, I can see this hair has a split in the middle right here. As I've been finding them, I've just been cutting them out, but you know, I feel like if I was to cut all of them out, I would literally have to like cut my whole, I'd have to big chop again. And I don't really want to do that. So instead I'm going to try and nurse my hair to health and just continue to trim. I know that I can't heal the split ends that are in it, but I really don't want to cut the whole length of my hair off. My hair is much better when it's stretched. But even when it's stretched, like it's very difficult to get like a smooth movement of the comb or the brush through my hair. When I have tangles, they're really like, you know, really wrapped around each other. Everyone gets tangles, but when you have high porosity hair, the roughness of your strand, because your cuticles are open, means that your hair's more likely to get, you know, there's friction between your hair and it's more likely to get stuck. Look, I've just snapped a bit of my hair off. It's ridiculous. All I did was like pull it a bit. One way to test your hair's porosity is to put the strands of your hair in a glass of water. And if your hair sinks, if your hair starts sinking, it's because your hair is absorbing the water. So because your hair is porous, the pores are open, the water can get in, it weighs your hair down and it falls to the bottom of the glass. Here I have a glass of water. I'm just going to put in some of my shed hair. You need to leave it for a couple of minutes, but for the moment it's floating on the top. I'm pretty sure it's going to go to the bottom. Oh yeah, it's at the bottom already. Yeah, it's gone. Like a lead balloon, just straight to the bottom of the water. I can tell you what I've been doing, which has been making it a lot worse. There are lots of products that I used on my hair. I found that my hair really agreed with it. It felt really healthy and it felt really moisturized. And I've continued to use them and been wondering why they're not working for me anymore. And I feel so stupid, like, because if you watch a lot of YouTube videos, like people always warn you against this stuff, but because they were working in my hair, I never really appreciated that it was time to change. It was due to my environment. And I'm talking about humectants. So humectants are products that attract moisture from the atmosphere and draw it in, which means it draws in the moisture into your hair strands, hence why my hair responds really well. The problem is that humectants have the opposite effect when there's no moisture in the atmosphere, and what it does is it draws moisture from what it's on out into the atmosphere. So even though I would spritz my hair and then I would put on like my Cantu coconut curling cream, which I still love, because there's no humidity in the air because it's very cold now in the UK, it's been drawing out the moisture that I just put into my hair and making my hair even drier. And it's compounded by the fact that I was doing that after I would use a deep conditioner, and I always put honey in my deep conditioner, like every time. What I need to do now is to take out the humectant out of my regimen. So I feel like I need to redesign my whole regimen. My poor hair strands have been like fighting, and I feel like, you know, considering what they've been through, they look really good. There are some things that will really help. One of them is using slightly more acidic products. So the acidity in the products will close the hair cuticles. You know, much like when you use an astringent or a toner on your face, you moisturize with warm water and your pores are open. What you then need to do, just like with your skin, you would use a toner or an astringent, close your pores. In my spritz, I will put in like a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. I do this now, but I wash it out with cool water afterwards. But instead, what I will do is just leave it in. My deep conditioner will no longer contain honey. I will switch out my moisturizer for one with no glycerin. It's been a real eye-opener to me. I just feel like everything that I've been doing, whilst it was textbook in terms of, you know, this should have worked, it actually didn't. And I think this serves as a reminder that natural hair is not easy. And even when you think you've got it down, your environment can mean that you need to keep on reassessing what you need to do. Videos is how I'm going to help, you know, restore my hair's moisture and elasticity based on the fact that my hair is high porosity. I hope this has been useful. You might be sitting there thinking, oh my God, I have high porosity hair too. I haven't spoken a lot about low porosity hair because I wanted to focus on the things that was happening to my hair and how I realized, and to really tailor this to other people who are experiencing the same symptoms as me. And hopefully this is going to help you to think about things that you possibly have missed or not realized were causing harm to your hair. I will link below the videos that I watched about high porosity and low porosity hair. That might help you as well for those of you that are wondering whether or not you have low porosity hair. Please let me know what products you use, if you can recommend any moisturizers, conditioners, any techniques, recipes that you think might help me in my high porosity hair, because my hair is extremely dry and I just want my baby to be nursed back to health. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe so that you can stay up to date with my journey. Follow me on Instagram. My name on Instagram is the same as my YouTube. It's Dionesse. So I look forward to speaking to you all soon. Thank you for watching. Take care.